From a simple plane, with just one click using the Voronoi face splitter, you instantly get a precise Voronoi mesh to work with. Today, I'll show you how to master this tool's parameters to optimize your modeling workflow. Let's get started. For node groups, just install them like regular assets and manage them conveniently via the asset browser. This asset pack includes two main components, a modeling tool and node group setups for geometry nodes. As for the tool, it installs directly into the top header, right in plain sight for you to use anytime. Let's begin. Currently, there are no objects on the screen. When I add a plane, Jang_toolkit appears on the header. This tool is optimized for perfectly flat surfaces. In object mode, activate the Voronoi_face_splitter and select the object you want to process. Immediately, the parameter panel appears in the bottom left corner for tweaking. The fractures aren't visible yet because wireframe is off. Turn it on in the overlays menu to see them. In the cell generation panel, increase the cell fracture parameter to boost the cut density. I recommend using X-ray mode, Alt+Z, to view the mesh structure most intuitively. To create different shape variations, simply change the random seed. Also, pay attention to the mesh stats on the bottom status bar. I'll explain these numbers in detail later. Using X-ray mode helps you easily spot overlapping faces, which appear as bright patches due to mesh calculation errors. To fix this, increase the refinement parameter in topology cleanup to improve algorithm accuracy. If the error persists, the simplest solution is changing the random seed to find a more optimal split result. Next is the Evaluate per Mesh Island option. You can also use this tool directly in edit mode to selectively process individual faces. Observe this selection. Although they are four separate faces, structurally, we actually have two mesh islands. If you start seeing some faces disappear, don't worry. Just increase the cell fracture parameter to boost the cut density. The algorithm will auto-recalculate to fill those gaps. Look at the result. By default, the tool calculates cuts per individual face, making the Voronoi structure fragmented and unnatural. To fix this, activate Evaluate per Mesh Island. The algorithm will now calculate based on the entire mesh island, making the cuts seamless and uniform. Finally, always check for overlapping faces and use refinement to clean up the topology if necessary. Note, the Evaluate per Mesh Island option only works on coplanar surfaces. If the mesh island is folded or its component faces have different normal vectors, the algorithm cannot calculate accurately. Next is a practical example on coplanar mesh islands. When Evaluate per Mesh Island is active, the algorithm auto-detects and processes each region separately. The result is a Voronoi structure perfectly and uniformly distributed across each mesh island surface, completely eliminating mesh distortion. Back to the status bar info. By default, the tool detaches surfaces, turning each cut piece into an independent mesh island, with the total count continuously reported at the bottom of the screen. If you want to keep the mesh structure merged as a unified block, check Weld Vertices. The algorithm will instantly weld the vertices together, and the status bar will confirm the output is exactly one single mesh island. Let's move to the final feature group, the non-planar correction panel. This option is designed to handle non-planar faces. To clearly show how errors occur, starting from a standard plane, I'll slightly offset one vertex. Apply the tool as usual. Now, if you look closely, you'll see the mesh surface warping slightly at the cracks. To better illustrate the root issue, I'll repeat the process, but this time I'll pull the vertex far from its original position. Run the tool again. The result is now blatantly obvious. The fractured pieces warp upwards, completely breaking the surface structure. At this point, just check Snap to Source. Keep the data flow clear here. This option doesn't run an algorithm to flatten the fractured faces. It simply snaps the coordinates of those warped vertices back onto the exact boundary of the original plane you initially provided to the tool. Finally, the weld threshold. This parameter lets you control the distance for welding vertices together, ensuring a completely watertight result and thoroughly fixing tiny gaps caused by calculation errors. Thanks for watching this tutorial. I hope this toolkit helps optimize your daily workflow. The download link is in the description. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe for more TA techniques. Happy working!